If you're on the job hunt, listen up. The Texas Workforce Commission has launched MyTXCareer app to help Houstonians find new career opportunities. Here to explain how this app works is Catherine McKee with Texas Workforce Commission. Good morning, Catherine. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Good morning to you, and thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. So I want to preface, I'm not looking for a job, but when I was having this conversation with my producer this morning, she had asked me to download the app. I don't know where we're at here. I did. Proof right there. I played around with it. I wanted to, better understand it, to hopefully better explain it when we're talking about it. I have found it to be pretty self-explanatory, very easy to navigate.
Yes, that was our intention. We were hoping that we can meet Texans where they are. Of course, we understand that not everyone has the time to get to a workforce solutions office, but certainly everyone wants a job, and they want a good job that they actually enjoy doing. So we intended to create this app so that it's very user-friendly. You can log in, or you can browse as a guest, and you can use that opportunity to make this as personal as you want. You can put in your experience, your credentials, your background, and see what kind of jobs might be available to you through that. Or you could just simply browse through the app and maybe find jobs that you just didn't know existed before.
Yeah, no, job hunting, looking for that next job can be daunting at times. It can be overwhelming. I have this to do, I have that to do. And so it's nice to have something like this all in one spot, a one-stop shop, if you will, to navigate that process. Talk to us about how it connects you to a potential employer.
Sure. So one of the great things about this app is, people may already be scrolling on their phones. They might already be on Glassdoor or LinkedIn, but those don't take you directly to a potential job. So what this app does is, after you explore the career that you might want, or at least the steps that you might want to use to get there, what you can do is request more information from your local Workforce Solutions office. You can connect with our Credential Connect team. And you can also use a button in the app that takes you directly to workintexas.com, where you can search for the exact job that you just read about.
So a lot of features to utilize, a lot of resources available to you if you have questions or concerns. Tell me, Catherine, do you have to upload, or are you able to upload a resume, a reel, some sort of proof of qualifications to show prospective employers?
So for work in Texas, yes, you absolutely want to put as much on there as possible so that you can prove your credentials, you can talk about your interests, and browse jobs through work in Texas. But this app specifically, you can use 6 simple questions through the app, and it will tell you whether your interests are more creative, more mechanical, mathematical, what you might be able to do based on what you've done in the past and what your interests currently are. So you can click through a couple of different questions, talk about whether you are more creative person, whether you'd like to help with logistics, and that shows through the app what pathways you might be interested in. Once you determine what you want as the user, then you can take that next step forward.
And we should mention, too, we're not just talking about entry-level jobs. There are jobs on here for folks with all sorts of different types of experiences.
Yes, that's right. So the app gives you kind of 3 ways to navigate. You can tell it that you are wanting to try something new, so an entire career that might be completely out of your field, and what are the steps to get to that potential career. You can tell it that you want to grow within your current career. So say I'm maybe a home health aide and I want to become a registered nurse. Well, how do I do that? You can tell the app that that's what you want to do, and then it will show you exact steps to get there. It will provide potential credentials that you might need, and then it gives you a nice to-do list. The last thing you can do is just certainly browse. You may not know what you want to do, but you can certainly use the app to find that out.
Are these features free? I know it was free to download the app, but is that like a basic subscription, or are there any fees associated with different types of resources?
Everything is free. That's what's so fantastic. So, when you use Glassdoor, LinkedIn, or some other features like that, you have to pay to get to a certain level, or you have to input additional information like with Glassdoor. What's great about this app is that you can view whether this job that you're looking into is low demand, high demand, and the actual salary. And that's not something you can really do anywhere else that is not paid. So this is a free opportunity to look at a job and all the specifics. The data that we use for these job descriptions and the average salary is pulled from our Texas economists. So you know that this is reliable data that you can use on a free level.
Yeah, and it's good to know big corporations and companies are also looking for folks on there as well. Such good information. Thank you so much for coming on. Catherine McKee with Texas Workforce Commission. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.